How's it going, guys? It's going off grid. We got an early start today. Going to give a friend a hand. We're driving 233 kilometers in the Nissan Leaf. Woohoo! This will be a little road trip. I don't think I can do it all in one, even though the gasometer says I can, and when we start, I don't trust it. We're going to hit a supercharger at about 150 kilometers, charge to at least halfway, and then finish off the journey. Never done a supercharger trip or anything like that before, so this will be very interesting. Take you on the trip with me. Trying to get good economy here. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Got my climate control on, all that good stuff. Anyways, and the sun's coming up, looks good. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, we're on the highway. Now, this is why people get range anxiety. The second you hop on the highway, you just watch this thing start plummeting in comparison to like back roads we're doing like 80, around 80 or less, and then these nice big long hills, especially for a used older used battery. But I'm pretty confident I'm gonna make it there. Just gotta take it easy. Gotta speed up a bit here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this little trip. See if we make it. Oh boy, there it goes again, guys. Climbing a little hill. If I go over 20 kilowatt hours, or 20 kilowatts on the motor, it just does this. Just plummets. Oh boy, I'm down to 2 bars. Yikes. This is not confidence inspiring. Now, I'm wondering, I'm gonna go to Leaf Spy Pro and see what's going on here, but I wonder if it's because they put a 40 kilowatt hour battery in a car that was never meant to have it. I don't know. Okay, so seems like the last 2 bars last like so much longer than the rest. As long as I keep my usage at about 20,000 watts or less, it seems to be going all right. Still though, man, this is why you get range anxiety right there. Here's our percentage. It's saying 17, which it said that for a very long time. It's been going up and down and all over the place. I think this car is just all funky because they put a 40 kilowatt hour, like from Nissan Leaf, they put a 40 kilowatt hour battery in this car that's supposed to have a 24. So obviously they had to put some extra communication stuff in, or maybe they just replaced all the cells. I don't know. But something's definitely funky. Still driving. When I look at Leaf Spy Pro, there's definitely 1 or 2 cells that are much weaker than the rest. Most of them are hovering at around 3.5 volts. One is getting closer to 3.3, and I'm not sure what the cutoff voltage is, but I don't like it. So we'll see if we make it. All right, well, this battery is obviously not 12 bars of health. That's very misleading. Boy, oh boy. Oh man, I don't even think I've gone 100 kilometers yet. This is not good. Not good, people. Hopefully this thing drives like forever at 0 like my other car does, because I got 59 kilometers to go and it's saying 11%. I'm using next to no power. That's too bad. I thought I was getting a good battery. That's all right. We're gonna put a Tesla battery in the back of this thing and make it good. I'm gonna keep an eye out for a 40 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf battery as well. Hopefully something that's in better shape than this, because this is terrible. Now, yes, I was on the highway a bit and that had something to do with it, but I mean, I was averaging, like, here's my average kilowatts per 5.3. That's pretty good. especially for a highway. Anyways, let's see how it goes. Hopefully I make it, but I'm really starting to doubt it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this. Alright, well, this has turned into I hope I make it. Not looking good. Still goes quite a bit further than my other car on this battery. I've now driven, what is it, 120 kilometers. But she's dead, man. This is like a 100-kilometer car at best. I can definitely see why the guy wanted to get rid of this now. It's funny because, like, if you just drive around using 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers, the car shows like it's got tons of power left, tons of range. But yeah, right over that, it just drops like a rock. This is really interesting. And it's crazy that it shows full bars still. I guess if this was, maybe it's because this is a 24 kilowatt hour and it still has over 24 kilowatts. That's what I'm guessing. Leaf Spy Pro doesn't know anything either. All the numbers just keep bouncing around like crazy. Like one moment it'll say I have 6 kilowatt hours remaining, the next says I have 1. So there's definitely something funny going on. My battery's warmed up a bit though. Maybe it'll keep going now. Because of that, I'll get some more power out of it. Anyways, I'll let you know if I get there. Holy smokes, guys. We did it. Got here at 0%. Car's a champ. Made it. I wonder. Okay. I don't know how fast it's charging at. That's the only thing. But that's the delivered power. I should be able to get heat now. This is awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna get me some grub. I'm sure there's food around here somewhere. Oh yeah, look at that. A McDonald's right over there. Here we go. Okay, so I forgot to show you. We charged to about 73%. It was tapering off the charge, and I believe we have enough power to get to where I'm going. When I left, I had to go 84 kilometers, so that should be fine. I hope. The battery seems to be holding up much better now that it's warmer, now that it's been supercharged. That 1 week cell is staying up top with all the other cells so far. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously it's just the weak cell, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Let's see if we make it. Alright, it's been a couple days and I'm on my way back, doing about 90. And we've gone, what have we gone now? It was 84 kilometers from when I left, and now it's only saying, now it's 30 kilometers left. So 54 kilometers I've driven, and look at that, freaking dead battery again. Now, that was with the battery cold. I don't know why the heater in these cars don't kick in sooner and actually keep the batteries warm. It's kind of annoying, but when this battery's cold, it literally does not go far at all. And it also likes those last 2 battery bars like to stay there for most of the, like, say half the life of the battery. But yeah, very interesting. Going up a hill, using some power. We've got another 29 kilometers to go. Should make it to the supercharger. At least this thing does supercharge. That's kind of nice. But man, there's one really bad dead cell in this battery pack that really needs replacing. And I've never seen it go that low until I actually use this thing hard. When you use it hard on the highway, it just definitely shows your weak cells. So if anybody's got any lines on 40 kilowatt hour leaf cells, I'd be interested in seeing them. Anyways, oh, just went down another bar. Gotta start taking less power. Alright, I'll talk to you guys when we get to the supercharger. Well, I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of is going under the speed limit. Definitely not a fan of that. Still going. Looks like we're gonna make it. And we're gonna have to supercharge till essentially full percent, so it's gonna take forever. and I'll take some screenshots of what Leaf Spy Pro is saying of the battery cells are doing. See what you guys think. It's another thing you don't think about. When you don't have an electric car, you don't care about the headwind, really. Sure, you get a little bit worse gas mileage, but it doesn't really affect you. Oh my goodness, with this thing, headwind is killing me. I've got like a 35-40 kilometer headwind, and it is not good. Yeah, if I try to do over 100, the thing just drinks the electricity, just uses it up. It's crazy. Anyways, here we are. Hopefully we make it. We're pretty close. About 10 kilometers away. Look at that. No wonder people get range anxiety. If I didn't have Leaf Spy Pro and more or less know I was going to make it there, I'd be pretty nervous. Well, we made it to the charger. We're sitting at 10. Oh, here we go. 10 out of 12 bars charged. It's saying 84% on the charger. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let's see if we can zoom in there. I don't really want to get out there if we don't have to. Now, this thing doesn't give you a whole lot of information other than what's gone into the battery, but I don't even believe what it says going into the battery because it gets all its information from the car, and the car doesn't seem to know what the heck it's got. So I am guessing that this car has a usable maybe between 20 and 30 kilowatt hours. Might have even up to 30, but that's only if you bring it way down. Like once those, I still had, it said it had 15% when I hooked up, and that was with the blinking dash across. So where on the way down when I hooked up, I said I had 0, so I was way lower charge. But I keep looking at my Nissan Leafs, all the different individual cells, and like the one cell likes to hover right around 3.2 volts, and all the other cells are like 3.5, 3.55. So the one cell is definitely looking pretty weak. I'm gonna keep charging until we get 11 bars. We still got about 15 kilowatts going in. It really slows down at the high end. I was getting it at the most, I was getting almost 40 kilowatt hours, 85%. Anyways, yeah, this was fun to do once. I will not be doing this again until I get the Tesla battery in the back where I can actually go places. And I'll only go places I can get to, charge, and then drive the next day. Because once the Tesla battery's in here, it's going to take forever to charge. It's going to take, it'll be like 3 hours to charge this thing at least, even at the DC fast charger. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little video in this little series, and I'll see you in the next clip. Okay guys, we got charged. We charged it up to 90%. This time we got to go 6 kilometers further than last time, but this time I'm going to be more careful. A lot more careful. So, and this time most of our driving won't be on the highway, so I'm not near as worried. The highway just seems to kill this thing. Now, something I realized on my, while I was charging, is the charger actually does count the kilowatt hours put in. And from 14 or 15% when I plugged in, all the way to 90%, it put in 16.8 kilowatt hours. So 16.8. And that's leaving on the table about 25%. So yeah, this thing's got like a 20, it's like equal to a 24 kilowatt hour battery. That's my guess. Well, it definitely does better on these back roads here. Much better. We have 50 kilometers to go from the 90. So what have we done? We've done 40 kilometers since the charge. I've been doing between 80 and 95 on average, just sipping the power away. Essentially, this battery is super unhappy if you go over 20 kilowatts draw from the motor. it just, the voltage plummets. And the second you drop like to 10 kilowatts or 15 kilowatts, the voltage pops right back up on this battery pack. So it is for sure shot. But it's still way better than my other one, which is hilarious. And the supercharger works. So it looks like I probably have, well, actually, when it's fully charged, I'd say the top 20% I can use all the power I want, up to 80 kilowatt hours, and then anything under 80%, I got to be more careful. I've never had it limit my power or anything. I've just noticed it on Leaf Spy Pro. Maybe all the batteries do that, but I don't think so. I think that's specific to this one. But we're just putting along here. We're in a slower speed limit zone at the moment. But it looks like we're going to make it pretty easily. We got less than 50 kilometers to go. I got half my battery bar still. I got 66%. We should make it. Now that percentage meter is very wrong as well. Like if I gave it a lot of throttle right now, it would just plummet. And then if I let off, it'd go back up. So yeah, it's gonna be a long movie almost, this video. And there's the difference between driving on back roads where you can do kind of like your own speed. You don't have to do at least 100, and the highway. I'm almost at the charger, 90 kilometers. The first one was 84 kilometers, and this one's going to be 90 kilometers. This one I'm getting there with much more battery, much more. I even turned the heat and all that stuff on, and yeah, this is looking to be really good. This car is definitely made for 80 kilometer roads and below, and not very good on the highway. Maybe when it was brand new it might have been decent, but not with the headwind and whatnot. So I'm gonna get to this charge. It's quite a few percentage bars. We'll see what it is when we get there. All right, and look at that. We got here with 27%. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. All right, now let's get her charged, and we'll keep going. Right, it gets cold. Let's see here. With these chargers, you can get your heat going, which is nice. Oh, I'm gonna get this thing nice and warm for the final drive. And then when I take off, I'll just turn down the heat a little bit so it's not running as much. This one, I believe, has a heat pump, which is pretty cool. I think it has a heat pump and the other type of heater, just the resistive heater. Let's see here. Yep, we're heating. That's awesome. Oh, it's -9. Woo, gross. We got quite a bit of snow here. Anyways, we're at 31% already. Woohoo! Actually, the charger there says 32 already. It's just lagging behind. Now, I will say, if the whole battery charged up as fast as it's charging up right now, it would not be so bad. Because we're getting over 42 kilowatts coming in, charging the battery. And the battery's just absorbing it real quickly, which is so nice. Only got another 54 kilometers to go. And the 233 kilometer road trip, actually longer because I had to make a bit of a detour for this. Probably like more like, I don't know, 240 something kilometer trip will be over. Enjoying some nice heat. I got it turned up way up here, 24.5.